Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a small tour of our homeschool room. So this is really a multi-use space. It is our playroom. We also have a little day bed in here, so it is a guest room if we have someone staying with us, and it is also our homeschool room. So I have some notes in front of me, which helps me remember everything I want to share with you. And the first thing I want to share with you is this table. So we got this table off of Facebook Marketplace. It came with a table and 4 chairs, but we just currently use 2 because it's usually just me and my daughter here. But I love this table. I love the look of it. So I'll back up and say that last year when we homeschooled on our dining room table, which worked really great for last year. However, we also work from home and we do homeschool and we live at home. There's a lot happening in our home, and I just felt like and we also film recipe videos in our kitchen. Our work really centers around the kitchen. So much was happening in that space, and it was just feeling really cluttered and disorganized. And I wanted a little bit more space for things. Right over here, which I'm going to share with you soon, is a big closet, which is where I put all of our learning resources and homeschool and arts and crafts supplies. So I really love that I can just grab things from the closet, lay them out here on our table, put them back, and it just keeps everything very nice and organized. Of course, learning can happen anywhere. You don't need a homeschool room. I just personally enjoy having this room. I am grateful that we have the space to do it. But like I said, last year we just used our dining room table. That works. You can learn anywhere. You can learn sitting on the couch, on the floor. You can sit in bed and read and learn. You can learn outside on nature walks. Learning can take place anywhere. However, today we're just focusing on the tour of my little homeschool space and sharing the story of how we moved from last year of homeschooling at our dining room table to creating this little cozy, more efficient, organized space that works really well for us. Okay, so I want to share with you this feature right behind me here. It's one of my favorite features in our homeschool room. It's our chalkboard. And Aaron and I always like to say Aaron and I when really it's Aaron who makes things, but I like to throw myself in there too because I usually come up with an idea for something and I will show him what I want it to look like, and then he builds it. So really he's the one who made it, but he wouldn't make it if I didn't ask him to make it and show him what I wanted it to look like. So this is our chalkboard that Aaron made. It's wonderful. We do actually use it a lot. Sometimes you make something and it looks really great but doesn't get used. This is not one of those items. We actually do use our chalkboard quite a bit. We love it, and it just adds a lot of character to the space as well. So behind me here we have first I'll go up here. So this is our ABC cards board, which I made out of just a really big piece of cardboard, which had this pretty pattern on it. It was on the inside of a box that was sent to us, something we had ordered, and the inside of the box had this really pretty pattern on it. And so I thought, do not toss that cardboard. I will reuse that for something. It's too pretty to toss out. And I did. So I reused it for just making this ABC board, which we use great for letter awareness, letter sounds. These ABC cards actually are on our Nutrition Schoolhouse shop. A little plug for my online shop. I started an online store called Nutrition Schoolhouse, where as a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and homeschool mama, I create learning resources for kids to help inspire a love of fruits and veggies. So you'll see a lot of the cards here. There's a letter and then a coordinating picture. There's, and most of them are fruits and veggies, but there's also other foods as well. And then below here, I have kind of our calendar and our daily rhythm cards. These are also items that are on our Nutrition Schoolhouse shop, which you can purchase. I'll put links below for all of this below if you're interested, but I love our daily rhythm cards and our little calendar, especially our daily rhythm cards because, we run a business. The kids go to my mother-in-law's a few times a week while we work. My daughter now does dance once a week, and we don't do homeschool every day. We do it about right now we're doing about 4 to 5 times a week. As we get into the holiday season, I know we sometimes slow down a little bit with it, but about 4 to 5 times a week. But my daughter always wants to know, what are we doing for the day? And so I love being able to put up our daily rhythm, and she can help with it, and then she can really see what's on the agenda for the day. So it's really fun. And like I said, these are all on our Nutrition Schoolhouse shop, which I'll link below. So on the table over here, I have this really fun organizer, which I got from, I think it's called the Bullseye section in Target. It's the section that has things for like $1, $3, $5, but this is from that section. Such a great find. I believe it was $5. What's great about it is these little compartments come out. So I like having this right here on our table. It stays here for things that we are using every time we sit down and do school. So a pair of good scissors, we have a glue stick in here. I have some of these really great cards from Kindergarten Toolkit. We also have this great weather board from LOVEVERY, which I'll share with you here. And these are the little seasonal cards that go in there. There's an airplane flying overhead. Maybe you heard that. We also have this dry erase marker and dry erase eraser. Wait, am I saying that right? You know what I mean. And also dry erase markers for when we like to use like dry erase pockets or activity pages where we just use dry erase. So that's what this is for. And then we also sometimes will use these little pipe cleaners for activities. I also have in here some little wooden acorns and wooden apples, which I got at the Dollar Tree, and we'll use those for counting or just for learning. If we have an activity book and it'll say, you know, circle all the letter A's. Sometimes we'll mix it up, and instead of circling all the letter A's, we'll put an acorn on all the letter A's, and it just kind of helps make learning fun and different, and using our hands with learning too. I also have buttons because we love to use buttons in learning for counting. Again, it's really great if an activity asks you to circle something, or you know, if it's a pattern or a matching, like in a row, what two things are the same, you can put a button on the two items that are the same. So many uses for random things like this you may have around your house that you can repurpose for learning. But that is what's in my little Lazy Susan homeschool little container here, which I love. I also added this fake plant because it just is cute and a little pop of green, but fake because I don't want to have to worry about watering that plant. I have enough on my plate. Okay, so next let's head on over to the closet. I'm going to pick up the camera and take you with me. So it may be a little bumpy because I'm just going to hand hold the camera as I show you through my closet. So thank you for your patience. Got to put these away. Thank you for your patience as I take you through our closet. Okay, so let's go take a look at the closet. This is a very well-used, lived-in space, so it's not perfectly organized, but it does have a system, which I will share all about with you right now. So let's start at the bottom. The bottom is things that I save, boxes, paper that comes in packages, caps from pouches, things that I save that will repurpose for projects. There's felt, yarn, things like that at the bottom. The next section is basically all of our numbers and math. So we have some different items here from learning resources. This is a little binder with some math activity sheets. This I'm holding my camera with one hand, so I won't be able to open everything with my other hand, but in here we have some like little counting. Let's see if I can try to get it open. They're like little counting items from LOVEVERY. I'll link things below for you. We also have more little base 10 and just more math items. I'll link as many things as I can below for you, but this whole section here is basically math and counting. The next section I try to have be more of our phonics, letters. So we have this letter board, we have some different pattern, but also letter activities. So in here we have our Dash into Learning early readers. We also have some Brain Quest in here. And then over here, this is our Gentle and Classical Press primer program. I try to have it be as organized as I can. I have this little tote. And then when I cut out the items for our storyboards, I put them in here. It looks like I have a random book in here. Great little book from LOVEVERY. And then I also have these letters. I love using these letters with our homeschool. So we'll link those below for you. And then the next row here. So this is mostly our art and our nature study. So one of our recent art studies, as we were learning about Vermeer, and the girl with the pearl earring. And so we did our own art. This is my daughter's interpretation of the girl with the pearl earring. I absolutely love that. And then we also have this bin. It's very overflowing, but this bin of all sorts of different just kind of workbooks. Some of these things I'll find at like the dollar store. We have Brain Quest, which we love. All sorts of different workbooks we may just work through. Here I have all of our daily rhythm cards, which I'm currently using just random pieces of paper to organize the sections. So from like the numbers to the season to the months, to the different categories like holidays and school. I am going to be making organizing dividers for anyone that has the daily rhythm cards, but I like to store all of our Nutrition Schoolhouse daily rhythm cards here. Okay, we also just have some fun exploring things over here, magnifying glasses, flashlights. We have our, oh, I love these. We have our character cards in here as well. I'll probably say, I'll link it below, probably like 20 times as I am walking you through this closet tour, but really love these. These are a great buy. Okay, next up here we have, over here is just kind of arts and crafts supplies, things like that. And then this section here is everything we're currently working on together. So this is kind of our program for the Gentle and Classical Primer. This is my son. He loves this. Let me see if I can pull this out with one hand. So since sister does school, he always asks, school? Mommy do school? So he loves to do school with me too. And this is what he means by school. We do this busy book. Let me see if I can share with you the pages inside. So it's called My First Busy Book, and it just has all these little pages with Velcro. Great way to just introduce letter sounds, colors, numbers. When we started this, he could just count to 2, and now he counts up to 6. So that is awesome. Shapes, there's like seasons, months, all sorts of things. So he loves this, and this is we don't really do formal school with him, but he asks to do school, and this is what he means by school. So back to this section of the closet, this is the rest of our kind of gentle classical press. And then this is all of our, except for this, love this cutting and pasting practice pad, but this is all of our The Good and the Beautiful preschool program, activity sheets, and our primer program. And then randomly back in here, we just have some random books. And then we have, let's see, markers and stuff for our chalkboard. Moving along to the top, mostly this is just like games. We have games. These are some homemade bean shakers I made. You know you homeschool if you've made a homemade bean shaker. And so mostly games, and then up here just these are the kids, well, there's a basket within a basket, but these are their Easter baskets. And then now let's move on to the other side of the closet. Okay, welcome to the second half of the closet. So in all of these totes, I have our holiday items. So let's see, this is mostly Halloween, fall, and Thanksgiving books. Halloween, looks like decorations and crafting supplies. This is my little organizer for construction paper. And then I absolutely love these. These are one of the best purchases. So these little zipper pouches are so good for organizing puzzles. Let's see if I can grab a puzzle out here. So you know when you have a puzzle and it has a ton of little pieces, you're gonna lose all those pieces unless you organize them. So these pouches are a must. Ooh, doing this with one hand is not easy. I will link them below. And then, like I said, this is a very frequently used lived-in closet, so it's not perfectly organized. This lid is not even on. But we have my daughter's graduation cap and gown. This is actually a baby book I need to be working on. Some random stuff in here. This looks like 4th of July, Valentine's Day, Easter, and down below, this is kind of some things that we saved from Ella's school last year. I have our first day of school chalkboard that we use. And then I have this. Let me pull this out to share this with you. So this is a organizing system I've started to create that helps me organize any like printouts that I want to put in a dry erase packet and to reuse and reuse. So for example, this is the letter D playmat from our Nutrition Schoolhouse, our playmat bundle. And so I'll put this in a dry erase pocket so that it can be reused again and again and used with Play-Doh, but then I'll take it out and save it so that it can be used for years and years. So I just have the different all the different, and if I print out any other activity sheets that coordinate with that letter, I'll put them in. We have numbers, math, handwriting, color, art, music, holidays, and so on. So this just kind of helps me organize anything that I print out and that I want to reuse again and again. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour of our homeschool space. I really love it in here. We love to just come in here together and do our learning, and it's great because right on the other side of the camera, which I'll show you, maybe I'll just show you right now, is our playroom also. And so my son can also just be playing in the little kitchen area. He can be playing with a toy from the shelves over there. He can be cozied up on the daybed reading a book while we're doing our school. But also when Ella and I are doing our school, sometimes when it comes time to read, we can just move on over to the daybed and be nice and cozy together too. So I just love everything that's in this room. It's a really special space. I hope you enjoyed this little tour, and I would love to know, where is your favorite spot to learn? Doesn't have to be traditional, doesn't have to be a desk. I mean, my favorite spot to learn, honestly, is outside doing something in nature. That's my favorite spot because there's so much to learn in nature. And I would love to know, where is your favorite spot to learn? So let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you liked today's video. And you can also stay connected with me on Instagram at Healthy Grocery Girl, which is our main Instagram. And then I also have my Nutrition Schoolhouse shop Instagram as well, which is at Nutrition Schoolhouse. So thank you so much for watching today, friends, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!